Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Adikram, and I will be the host for the Spell the Word semi-finals we have for today. And this is the Spell the Word event from the ProLinguist Battle of Linguistic Wizards. This is brought to you by English Olympiad. Let me give you a basic overview of what English Olympiad is and what it stands for. We started back in 2017 with the dream to uh, really harvest all the talents we have here in Bangladesh and with the aspiring motto, inspiring leadership. And in line with that, we have had 2 seasons already where we have brought out the winners, the talented people, and the leaders of tomorrow. And this is going to be our third season, but it's not our conventional season that you would normally see, which would be in real life. This is an online English Olympiad where we are taking all of the events on live sessions. So what we are going to do here is it's like a normal spelling bee, but it's quite different. We have new rules, 3 rounds, and something worth mentionable is more than 3,500 participants have participated in this linguistic competition and from more than 70 different schools. So let's get on with the semifinals. I would like to have my participants on screen with me one by one. First up, we have Faiza Ali. Hello, Faiza. Welcome. Could you please introduce yourself, Faiza?
My name is Faiza Ali. I study in Southeast School. My hobby is reading books.
Awesome. Okay, so next up we have with us Akid Iqbal Haq. If I could have Akid up with us. Hello, Akid. Hi, how
Hello,
are you doing? How are you?
I'm fine.
Awesome. Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Zakid Iqbal Haq. I am the student of class 2 in Chittagong Grammar School. I am 8 years old.
Awesome. What are your hobbies?
My hobbies are reading books and playing games and preparing myself for the final term exams.
What games do you like to play?
Football, cricket.
Awesome. That's good. Okay, then next up we have with us Muntakim Hassan Munif. If I could have Munif up on stage with me. Hello, Munif.
Hello,
Okay, could you please introduce yourself?
my name is Muntakim Hassan Munif. I am from Scholastica in class 2. My hobby is collecting coins.
Awesome. That's a pretty interesting hobby.
Yeah.
When I was little, I used to collect coins as well. All right. Next up, we have with us Fayan Hassan Saniat. If I could have Fayan with me. All right. Seems we have not been able to connect with him. So I would like to invite my adjudicator, if he is with us, to come on stage. Our adjudicator, Tausif Kamal Siam Bhaiya, I give you the floor.
All right, thank you, Zaid. I'm basically Tausif Kamal Siam, and I'm currently a junior at IBA University of Dhaka, and I'm serving as the finance intern for Akish Food and Beverage Limited. And that's all about me. And best of luck for today's participants. Let me the best one day.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so let's get on with it. I would like to invite all my participants back with me on stage so that I can explain the proceedings of the first round. Okay, so since I have everyone with me, the first round is called Alphabet Mystery, where there will be 4 boxes on screen. You will be choosing from those boxes, and behind those boxes will be a letter, and according to that letter, you will have a few words to spell. And there will be 2 words you will have to spell. There will be 5 marks for each correct answer. Is that understood, everybody? Faiza, Munif, and Akif, have you guys understood?
Yes, I
Awesome.
understood.
Okay, so let's get on with alphabet Alkazam. The boxes will be numbered from 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll be calling your names, and you will be picking a box. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, Faiza, could you please choose a box?
I choose number 1.
Okay, then Akid, could you please choose a box?
Number 4.
Awesome. Number 4 for Akid. Now we have Munif. Could you please choose a box? Number 2 or
Number
3?
3.
Awesome. Number 3 for Munif. Alright, since we're done with the box choosing, now I will reveal the letters behind the boxes. Faiza has A, Munif has I, and Akid has O. So now I will call your names one by one and you will be answering the questions. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Uh, Faiza, you are up first with the letter A. I will pronounce the word for you once. I will repeat it once if you need it. Then there will be no more repeating after that. Uh, any influence will result in disqualification. Just putting that out there. And the meanings, the parts of speech, and used in a sentence will be up on your screens, and I will pronounce the name. Are you ready, Faiza? All right. So your first word is attitude. It is a noun, and it means a feeling or opinion that something or someone or a way of behaving that is caused by this. An example, it's often very difficult to change people's attitude. Please spell attitude.
A double T I T U D E. Attitude.
Awesome. Well done. Good job. Next, we move on to your second word. Your second word is appreciate. This is a verb and it means to recognize how good someone or something is and to value him, her, or it. An example, we appreciate the need for immediate action.
A double P R E C I A T E.
Awesome. That is very well done by Faiza. Next up, we have Akid Iqbal Haq with us with the letter O. There seems to be a connectivity issue. Let us resolve that shortly. Do we have Akid with us? I don't think so. All right. Then we will be moving on to our next participant, Muntakim Hassan Munif. Munif, are you ready for this round?
Yes.
Yay. Okay, that's awesome. For Munif, we have the letter I. We'll just make sure our graphics team fixes that as quick as possible. In the meantime, okay, please stand by. We seem to be having a little bit of problem. Okay, in the meantime, let's read some Facebook comments. Sarah Ahmed says, "Good luck, Munif." Okay. So we have your questions up for you in a moment. So your first question, Munif, is your first word is institute. It is a noun and it means an organization where people do a particular type of scientific, educational, or social work or the buildings that it uses. An example, I go to a French institute. Your word is institute.
Is
Your word is institute.
institute. I N C H U T.
Okay, so for your second word, we have independence. It is a noun. It means freedom from being governed or ruled by another country. An example, Mexico gained its independence from Spain in 1821.
Intended.
All right. That marks the end for Munif's round. Then we are moving on to Akid if we have him back with us. We hope we have Akid back for the first round. Okay, so in the meantime, as we get that connectivity issue resolved, let's move on to the Facebook comments. Tanzin bint Nawaz says, "Keep trying." Tahia Tarnum Abuni says, "Impressive." It really is impressive that these kids are even attempting to come on such a stage and like giving it a go, giving these hard words a go. I wouldn't expect all of them to do it correctly because they are hard words. To be honest, they're tough, and it's awesome if they can spell them correctly. Okay, we have Akid back with us. Hello, welcome back, Akid. So your letter was O, and your questions or your meanings will be appearing on your screen in a few minutes. So your first word is obese. It is an adjective, and it means extremely fast in a way that is dangerous for health. It is extremely fat in a way that is dangerous for health. Example, she was not just overweight, she was clinically obese.
Can you say the word another time? Can you repeat it?
Okay, so the word is obese.
O-B-E-E-Z-E.
All right, then we have your second word for you. Your second word is opposition. It is a noun, and it means strong disagreement. In example, there is a lot of opposition to the proposed changes.
O-E-R-A-S-I-O-N.
All right, that marks the end of our first round. Next up, we have our second round. Let me have all my participants back with me in order to explain the rules of the second round. Okay, I have everyone back with me. So I will now be explaining the rules of the second round. So the second round is called Rumble Jumble. There will be two questions. The meanings of the word will be given, and there will be missing letters here and there. And what you guys will do is filling the missing alphabets. Have you guys understood?
Yes.
So there are going to be words with blanks instead of letters, and you will fill up the letters. All right. So first up, we have with us Faiza Ali for the second round. All right, Faiza. Let's get on to it. Okay. So your first question is S-C-E-S-F-U-. It is an adjective, and it means achieving the results wanted or hoped for. Awesome. Okay, well done. We move on to your second word. Your second word is D-I dash A-G-R dash E. It is a verb, and it means to not have the same opinion, idea, etc.
D-I-S-A-G-R R-E-E. Big
Oh,
again.
awesome, Liza. Very job well done. Next up, we have for the second round, Akid Iqbal Haq. I would like to welcome Akid up on stage with me. Awesome. Welcome back, Akid. Are you ready for the second round?
Yes.
Okay. So your first word is U-AWA-ENE-S. It is a noun and it means the fact of not knowing, understanding, or realizing something. Fill in the
Can
blanks
you
with
say?
letters.
Mm,
You have to fill in the blanks with letters.
mm,
You can write it down if that helps for you. You can write it down on a piece of paper and say it aloud to us.
mm. Unawareness. S.
Was there some sort of influence there? I would give a warning so that there is no sort of influence from the outskirts.
All
Okay.
right, Akid, you get a warning. So, another any kind of influence, as the adjudicator said, will result in a disqualification. For the second word, we have E-C-U-N-T-R. It is a noun and it means a meeting, especially one that happens by chance. You can take your time, it's all right.
I can do this one.
All right, then we will be moving on. It's all right, it's okay. Then we will be moving on to our next participant, Muntakin Hassan Munif. All right, Munif, welcome back. Okay, so the first word we have for you is question number 1. PR dash VE dash. It is a noun and it means an evergreen bush or one that never loses its leaves.
I cannot do this one.
All right, then we move on to your next word. So the answer was privet. Okay, so for the next question, we have E-ITI-T. It is a noun and it means organized for the good of a few people who have special interests or abilities. E-ITI-T. You can write it down on a piece of paper if that helps.
Okay. cannot do this.
All right, then that marks the end of this round. Could I have all my participants back with me for me to explain the third round? Okay, for the third round, it is like the traditional spelling that you see. I will give you a word and I will give you a meaning, and you will spell the word for me. There will be 4 questions for each participant, 2 marks for every right answer, and 1 negative marking for every wrong answer. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll be calling your names one by one, and you will come up and perform. So first up, we have with us Faiza Ali for the traditional spelling round. So the first word we have for you is university. It is a noun, and it means a place where people study for an undergraduate, first or postgraduate higher level degrees. Example, she teaches at the University of Connecticut.
University.
Awesome. Okay. Then your next question will be appearing. So your word is decrease. It is a verb, and it means to become less or to make something become less. An example, our share of the market has decreased sharply this year. Your word is decrease.
Decrease.
Very good. We have your third word up for you. Your third word is intensify. It is a verb, and it means to become greater, more serious, or more extreme, or to make something do this. An example, fighting around the capital has intensified in the last few hours. Your word is intensify.
I Intensify. Intensify.
Awesome. Okay, good job, Faiza. So your fourth word is writing. It is a noun, and it means a person's style of writing with a pen on paper that can be recognized as their own. Um, an example, do you recognize the writing on the envelope? So your word is writing.
Writing.
All right. That was amazing from Faiza. Next up, we have Akid Iqbal Haq. Okay, for Akid, the words will. Okay, so the first word for Akid is running. It is a adjective. It is an adjective, and it means happening on a particular number of regular occasions. An example: you've been late 3 days running. Your word is running.
Running. Running.
Good job, Akid. So the second word we have for you is waiting. It means to allow time to go by, especially while staying in one place without doing very much, until someone comes, until something that you're expecting happens, or until you can do something. An example, the sign by the side of the road said, "No waiting." Your word is waiting.
Waiting. Waiting.
Good job, Akif. Okay. So for your third word we have for you, it is the word is successful. It is an adjective and it means achieving the results wanted or hoped for. An example, my second attempt at making bread was a little more successful. Your word is successful.
Successful. Successful.
Good job. Okay, so the fourth word we have for you is encounter. It is a noun and it means a meeting, especially one that happens by chance. In sentence, it can be I had an alarming encounter with a wild pig. So your word is encounter.
Pass.
All right. That marks the end for a kids round. Then we will have with us Muntakim Hassan Munif. I believe we are having connectivity issues. Okay, we have you back. Hello, Munif. Welcome back. So, your first word is disagree. It is a verb and it means to not have the same opinion, idea, etc. In a sentence, I'm afraid to have disagreed with you. Your word is disagree.
DISAGREE.
Awesome.
Disagree.
Good job, Munif. Now, for your second word we have for you is ignorance. It is a noun and it means lack of knowledge, understanding, or information about something. In a sentence, public ignorance about the disease is still a cause for concern. Your word is ignorance.
Pass.
All right. So for your third question, we have unawareness. It is a noun and it means the fact of not knowing, understanding, or realizing something. It's used in a sentence such as part of the problem in recent years has been the unawareness of the importance of history among our political leaders. So your word is unawareness.
What? Repeat the word.
Your word is unawareness.
Unawareness. E-U-N. Pass.
All right. Then we have your fourth question for you, and your fourth question is flexible. It is an adjective, and it means able to change or be changed easily according to the situation. It's used in a sentence. It is my schedule is flexible. I could arrange to meet with you any day next week. So your word is flexible.
Flexible. F-L-I-G. Flex. Z-E-B-E-L.
All right, so that marks the end of our third round. So now for today, we have a special fun round for you guys. Let me have all my participants back as our adjudicators and our background host teams prepare the results. We will have our surprise round now. This will not contain any marks for the original marking, but this will be just a fun addition so we all can have fun. All right. The first fun round we have is tongue twister. So you all know what tongue twisters are.
I know.
All right.
What's tongue twister?
I will be asked. There will be three things we're going to do. So the first tongue twister will go to Faiza Ali. All right. Read this 3 times. I saw Susie sitting in a shoe shine shop.
I saw Susie sitting standing up. I saw children sitting watching standing up. I saw children sitting standing up.
All right. Then we have another surprise round, which is Word Hunter. The second participant, whose name I will announce, will play Word Hunter. There will be words in a box. He or she will have to find 5 fruits names. Are you ready, Akid?
Yes.
Awesome. That's pretty good. So the words will be appearing in front of you. You will have to find 5 names of fruits. Go.
5 names of fruits.
Yes, sir. 5 names of fruits. You can do it, Akid.
I know I can try.
5 names. Do it. Do it. You can do it, Akid. Think of some common names and search it and see if you can find them.
Banana, bean.
Look closely. Look at the letters.
Grape.
Awesome. You found grape. Good job, Akid. Let's see. Let's hear you find another one.
Okay.
You found grape. You can find more. Keep looking.
Find.
Now look in every way possible. Let's see if you can find another one. All right. It's okay. At least you found one. That's something to be commended. All right. There isn't any points for this, so it's all right. You can chill. It's all right. Okay. So our next surprise round is called One Letter Change Up. There will be 5 letters on the screen, and you will have to say say a word using those letters. But you can use only one letter at one time. Like you can use one letter one time. Fill in the blanks basically with letters, but make it a different letter each time.
Okay. Capacity.
No, you will only put one letter there. Like CA dash. Put a letter in place of the dash.
T.
Okay, you put T, so that makes cat. Then for the next word, we have C dash P.
A. A.
Okay, so for the second word, you have cap. Awesome. For the third, we have dash AP.
C.
You can't use C because we already have cap. You need to make another word.
Okay. Um,
Think of words that end in AP, like cap and something app. Think. You can do this.
It.
Just keep on giving me words. It doesn't have to be correct. There aren't any points for this, so just say whatever.
Tap.
Okay. DAP DAP. For the fourth word, we have M dash N. Put something in the middle.
A.
Okay, we have man. Awesome. Then for your next word, we have MA dash. Put a letter in the dash.
Later.
M-A. Something that starts with M-A. You can do this. Ma, and then what? Alright, it seems we have lost connectivity of Munif. We'll try to recover the connection. We can see some of the audience members chipping in. Alright, okay, Munif, you can do this. M-A, then something. Ma, then what?
Mac,
Mat. Awesome. You gave a T. So that gives us mat. For the next word, we have dash O-T. Something that ends with P. O-T, sorry.
P,
Pot. Awesome. We have the word from you, pot. Then for the last, we have D-O dash.
D-O is
Think of something that starts with D-O. Do and what? Or do and what?
doll,
That's two L's. You have to put one letter. Think. You know the answer. I know you know the answer. Think. D-O, then what? Just put a little thought into it. You can do it.
G,
G. That's nice. You got dog. We have cat and dog to end, to start and end. That's amazing. You must really love animals, as we can see. We started with cat and ended with dog. Acha. So we have the words from you. Okay. All right. That marks the end of our surprise round. Then we will have our acquired points table in a few moments, but that is being prepared. I want to have all my participants back with me. Can I have all my participants back with me, please? All right, as our graphics team does that. Hey, Akid, you wanted to do a tongue twister. Let me give you a tongue twister. Repeat this 3 times. She, 3 times. Do it 3 times. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Seems like our
Can
host got
you
it
repeat
twisted.
it? I didn't understand clearly.
All right. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Shells on the seashore. Okay. She shells on the seashore. She shell on the seashore. She shell on the seashore.
All right. That seems to be really fun. We have everyone laughing. Let's put one in for the adjudicator, shall we? All right, dear adjudicator, please listen carefully. So your tongue twister is Betty bought a bit of butter, which was bitter. Then Betty bought another bit of butter to make the bitter butter better. I will write that down for you in a moment.
Yeah.
Betty
Just give me a moment.
bought a bit of butter.
All right, I guess this is the one. How many times do I have to repeat this?
I typed it in. As you are the adjudicator, you do this 5 times. Quick. I typed it in. Do it.
Okay, Betty bought a bit of butter, but that butter was bitter. So Betty bought another bit of butter to make the bitter butter better. Betty bought a bit of butter, but that butter was bitter. So Betty bought another bit of butter to make the bitter butter better. Betty bought a bit of butter, but that butter was bitter. So Betty bought another bit of butter to make the bitter butter better. 3 times. Betty bought a bit of butter, but that butter was bitter. So Betty bought another bit of butter to make the bitter butter better. Betty bought a bit of butter, but that butter was bitter, so Betty bought another bit of butter to make the bitter butter bitter. Yeah, 5 times
See,
better.
everyone, we made the adjudicator do it, and you're not alone. Even he stopped a few times. That was really fun. Okay, so let me think of another hoster someone. No, I'm not
Yeah,
doing
yeah. I think the bullshit as well,
All right,
because the
give
sixth
me.
was really interesting one.
All right, let's see the um, graphics or the team give me a tongue twister, and I will attempt to do it. I don't know if I can. Oh my god. All right, so I will attempt to do it 3 times. I'll do it only 3 times. Brisk, brave brigadiers brandished broad, bright blades, blunderbusses, and bludgeons, balancing them badly. Brisk, brave brigadiers brandished broad, bright blades, blunderbusses, and bludgeons, balancing them badly. Brisk, brave brigadiers brandished broad, bright blades, blunderbusses, and bludgeons, balancing them badly. Brisk, brave brigadiers brandished broad, bright blades, blunderbusses, and bludgeons, balancing them badly. Awesome. That was pretty tense, and thank God I did it. It would have been amazing if I didn't do it. It would have been fun. Okay, as we have all done one, we'll give Munif one. So Munif, your tongue twister will be Peter Piper pecked a peck of pickled peppers. It will be appearing on your screen in a few moments, and you will say this 3 times quickly. In a few moments, it will come on your screen. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I believe you can do it. You started with cat, ended with dogs, and Peter Piper is nothing for you. All right. Okay, go. I think we have him muted. Let's unmute him first. All right,
Peter
Munif,
Piper
do it.
picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked up a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Awesome. Okay, since Akid was so excited that he wants to do a tongue twister, let's give him another one, just for the sake of it. So your tongue twister will be appearing on your screen in a few moments. You don't have to write it down. It will be appearing. I'll just say it for you once. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? So that is your tongue twister, and it has appeared on your screen. Go. Akid, you can do it.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
All right. Faiza seems intently listening to what Akid says. So we'll give Faiza another tongue twister as the results are ready. Thank God we're having a bit of delay for the results so we can have a bit of fun. So the tongue twister for Faiza, could you please unmute your mic? So the tongue twister for Faiza will be I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. It will be appearing on your screen. All right, let's go. All right, then our background host team has one for me again. I will attempt it to do it again. Let's see. So my one was Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy wasn't. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't Fuzzy Wuzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Was he?
Sabash. Akid seems so interested in these. I'm loving it. So I'll say it one more time just for the sake of it.
Fuzzy was he? Wasn't fuzzy was he?
Awesome. Okay, so I will give
The
myself
competition.
a challenge. I will give myself a challenge as the background hosts haven't been able to challenge me enough. So I will provide Fred Ferdinand. That's too easy. We're not doing that. Uh, so my one will be the bigger form of what I gave Akid. It will be how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he would as much as he could and chuck as much as wood as each woodchuck could. Wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Two times is enough. I am totally done with tongue twisters. Let me look towards the graphics team. Okay. Oh, so we have another request. We will put one for the adjudicator. The
All right.
adjudicator's one is imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie. Let's see if you can do it.
2 times or 3.
Okay, 2 times. We will give you the slack on that one.
All right. Imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie. Imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie. Imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie.
Awesome. That was pretty smooth. All right. Let me put my attention towards the Facebook comments. There are a lot of fire emojis as I can see. Farzana Faria says, I want to do it. Maybe next time, if you participated in this, then you would be able to do it. Sayana Nawaz says, Woo, Zaid. Saki Wakash says, Zaid Paidam. Don't look at me. Look at the kids. They're doing more amazing. All right. So we have a required points table with us. And the results, the very well-awaited results, will be appearing in a few moments. Malia Tahiyat says, I want to do this, guys. Abrar Rafi says, Ore. Farzana Faria says, you guys are awesome. We see people tagging their friends and telling them to do this. Just for the sake of it, as the team does that, let's put another one for Akid. Akid, can you do this? I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen.
I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen.
Awesome. That was great. And just for the sake of it, let's give Faiza another one. No, we
It's
have
really enthusiastic.
we have the acquired points table. Okay. So in first place, we have Faiza with 40 points, which is 100% of the points.
20%.
Congratulations to Faiza. Then we have Akid with 20 points, which is 50% of the total points. And Munif with 5 points. So I would like to congratulate Faiza and Akid for being the top two in our semifinals. Then they will be moving on to the finals of Spell the Word. Congratulations to Faiza and Akid, and a special congratulations
Congratulations to all of you.
to all of you for participating and for your lovely contribution to this show. All right. Then we would like to, what do I say? Really give a big round of applause. We can't give it right now, but to the audience for being so supportive and liking these competitions that we do. And a big thanks towards our adjudicator who has even participated this time and made it all the more fun. So another time, I would like to give the floor to Tausif Kamal Siam Bhaiya for some words.
All right. Thank you, Zaid, the host. For all of you, for all the participants, I actually congratulate you for participating in this one. Actually, it doesn't matter. Like, yes, special congratulations to Faiza and Akid for being qualified for the finals. But Munif, don't be sad because you're one of the semi-finalists, and that is like you have already proven that you're one of the best. All right. So best of luck for your future endeavors, and good luck to you. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you to the adjudicator for your insight. Thank you to the audience for being there. And thank you to the participants for participating. And with that, I would like to take my leave. My name is Zaid Akram, and I was your host. So goodbye, Facebook. And I'm signing off. Assalamu alaikum.